Spotlight. It's all about Maryland living.
Welcome to Maryland Spotlight. I'm Kim Knight. Well, Baltimore has a lot of wonderful private schools, and many of them are Catholic. Joining me today from Loyola Blakefield is Ben Horgan, your Director of Ignatian Mission and Identity, and Kelly Christ, you're an English teacher. Thanks for being here today.
Happy to be here.
Yeah. Now, explain the Jesuit identity of Loyola.
Sure. So we're a Catholic school, but we were founded by a patron saint, St. Ignatius of Loyola. He's a 16th century Spanish saint. And he's pretty revolutionary in that fact that in the church he took the faith that was once practiced in monasteries exclusively and brought that out into the world. He had many gifts and talents. He came from a place of privilege, and through various spiritual awakenings decided that his gifts and the gifts of the Holy Spirit were best given to those in need.
That's great. Now, it also comes to life in the classroom. Talk about that.
Sure, it does. And really, Ignatian spirituality influences all that we do. In fact, academics is only 1/6 of our mission statement. Specifically, though, in our classrooms, the way that we approach our lessons, our pedagogy, even the structure of our day is all reflected through Ignatian spirituality. I think a great example of this is at the end of our day, every single day, we ask our students to pause, sit in silence, and reflect on how they've lived that day, both in the classroom, perhaps in athletic competitions, in their clubs, activities, their relationships with one another, their relationships with their teachers. So our students are constantly reevaluating themselves and reinventing themselves for the next day.
Yeah, that's wonderful. Now, Kelly, what attracted you to Loyola Blakefield as a Jesuit school?
Well, I taught in the public school for 14 years. I knew teaching was my calling, but I wanted to be in a place that was mission-driven. And one of the opportunities I've had to be a part of that mission was to go on a service trip to Jamaica. And on that trip, we spent time serving together, living in community, and really reflecting every night. And I think what I can take away from that trip is that I have so much to learn from my students, and able to take that into my classroom of, seeing the student as a whole person and not just teaching the grapes of wrath, but teaching that young man. And I think it's just great that, the classroom is a place for collaboration and creativity, and where everyone has a voice.
Wonderful environment. So how can our viewers learn more about Loyola?
I think, looking to Pope Francis as an example, he was a Jesuit before becoming our Holy Father.
Right.
His words, his actions really reflect the mission of our school and how we work in the formation of our own students. I encourage you all to look to our website, find more information about our mission, our history as a school here in Baltimore, but also the network of Jesuit schools.
Well, it's a lot to offer at Loyola. LoyolaBlakefield.org is the website. And Ben and Kelly, thanks so much for being here today.
Thank you.
And thank you all for joining us today on Maryland Spotlight. I'm Kim Knight.